Oops, curb. That sucked. Hey, I tried to make a video yesterday, but it didn't work out. It was too dark, and it was weird. The preview on the phone showed it was like compensating the light, and when it hit record, it went completely dark. That sucked. Guess what I'm doing? Painting. I hate painting. I'm not painting right now. I'm having a break from painting. But anyway, I had a topic I thought of yesterday, and it was a little more fresh in my mind yesterday, and I feel like I might have burnt myself out talking about it for 10 minutes into a black phone, but here we go anyway. The Nintendo PlayStation, the one that's at auction right now, I am so sick of it, and I tried to rationalize with myself, like, well, why am I sick of seeing it? And I don't think I'm sick of seeing it talked about. I think it's a neat device and what it is and the history of it. But I felt like, I don't know how to say this without offending or using an offensive word. I feel like the guy who has it, he kind of, what's the word I want to use? Hoarded out. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. If you know a better word of verbiage than that, please let me know. But the fact that he found it, he found a piece of pretty much was gaming lore, like a legendary device that, nobody ever saw. It was just talked about, like, oh, this thing was going to be made and none existed, or they were all destroyed. They're all prototypes, they're all gone. And then this guy pulls one out of a box in his attic or basement or whatever, and now it's here. You can feel it and touch it, and there it is. But after so much exposure, I feel burnt out about anything about it. And I think it's just the fact of how it's going. And I get the guy that owns, I don't know his name, I'm sorry, but the guy that owns it, and he shopped it around to all these conventions and things, and people would nod about it, and now he's going to sell it. And I guess, you have every right to sell it, as far as I know. I mean, it's his property, as far as I know. That to me is debatable too, if it's really his property or not. I mean, he worked for a company, I guess, that was developing it. Is that, if I'm wrong, tell me, but I think that's about what it was. I feel like Nintendo or Sony could any day be like, no, that's ours, that's our IP. Sorry. But maybe there's a statute of limitations of how long he's had it. Anyway. So yeah, it's saying it's his, it's up to him, he can sell it, but I feel like something like that really just belongs on the circuit that it's on, either visiting conventions for people to really see, or in some kind of, like, real game museum. Like, I don't know, I guess there's one in Texas. I keep hearing there's a game museum in Texas. I don't know what's down there, I'm sorry, I've never been to Texas. But, there, or even, like, somewhere like the Smithsonian. I mean, I've never been there either, but I'm assuming the Smithsonian in Washington has some kind of modern electronics computer, something that would have something neat like this, where they might have a couple of consoles, like this is a Nintendo, this is a Super Nintendo, this is a PlayStation, this is an in-between. This kind of was both. Maybe they don't have that. Whatever. It should get that. If they don't, they should definitely make that. But that's what I feel like that it should be on. It should really stay in the public eye. And I know that it's been torn down and fixed and documented and this and that, and then we can build one. But that's not the point. One, who's going to want to build one? Nobody. You don't need to build one. I mean, what does it even really do? It plays Super Famicom games? I mean, it can maybe play, I guess, Super Famicom ROMs on disc, maybe, I don't know. But I was just thinking, like, overall though, I mean, I think it just needs to be where people can see it and enjoy it, not sold to the highest bidder and locked away somewhere, unless the guy who's the high bidder is gonna have it somewhere. But from what I heard, it's probably gonna be bought by some high-end collector that can really afford the money, and I don't know, put in a box or put on a shelf that he gets to look at. Like, hey, I have this thing that no one else has. I would actually love to see if after all this, if like a bunch more got found, like a little cache of them, like 3 or 4 that some developer had, they were, because they're working on it, they're like, oh, we have more. oh, here. And then it's like, you know, I guess that one guy made out, but now it just, you know, dwindles the rest down. But maybe somebody's good enough to put it somewhere and not just make money off it. But you know what sucks is I actually had a much better point at this conversation yesterday when I recorded the video, but I'm not going to put up me talking in the dark because it looks stupid. Like, it wasn't intentional to be in the dark, so it looks really dumb. But anyway, that's what I think. I don't think it should be sold. I think it should be put out there. Nintendo PlayStation's a big deal. It still should be a big deal. But seeing it as it is now, I'm sick of hearing about that it's going to make money, it's going to do this. I don't care anymore. I mean, I almost feel like, in a way, maybe it should have stayed not found. Maybe it should have stayed in a box somewhere. I know that's terrible to say, but maybe, you know, being legendary status was just a better idea.